Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday night. This is Blair Miller in the Atlanta News First newsroom. We're here on the ANF Plus tonight, giving you an update on the local headlines and giving you an update on your weather forecast. Hope you guys have had a great week. We have made it to the end of the week. It has been a busy week with the election and everything. I don't know about you, it seems like that was weeks ago at this point. It's just kind of week it's been. So hopefully you got big plans this weekend because looking at the weather, and we'll talk with meteorologist Fred Campagna here in a few minutes, but been so nice today, warmer, but they're saying some cool downs coming, some cooler temperatures are coming. I think we were in the upper 70s today. So we'll get an update from Fred here in a few minutes. But we're also staying on top of a number of major stories tonight. Just wrapped up one of our editorial meetings, getting an update from our reporters on some of the stories we were following here tonight. But let's give you an update on some of the stories that are out there this evening.
For two primary reasons. One is
you have been selected to be a house slave at the Fieldview Farm Plantation.
Police trying to find the source of racist text messages sent to students in 20 states, including Georgia. The Justice Department charges 3 suspects in a failed Iranian plot to kill President-elect Donald Trump before this week's election. The FDA trying to pull popular decongestants off store shelves due to evidence showing some common ingredients in the medications don't work. Massive flames in Lithonia after more than 50 cars catch fire at an impound lot. Forest Park leaders raise minimum wages for city workers to more than $23 an hour, 3 times higher than Georgia's statewide minimum. 5 Atlanta Hawks games will soon air for free on Peachtree TV, thanks to a partnership between the Hawks, Gray Television, and FanDuel Sports Network. A new mobile app giving Peach Pass drivers enhanced support features and easy-to-use quick pay solutions.
And those are some of the top stories we are following here tonight, live in our newsroom here this evening. And one of those I want to boil down a little bit more on because it's impacting people all across the country. Students in at least 17 states reporting about those text messages that you heard as one of the top stories here tonight, and that's happening in a number of states, including here in Georgia. Disturbing text messages, to say the least, that were sent to unsuspecting students. They started showing up here, I think, on Wednesday. Now the FBI is involved. A number of law enforcement officials investigating this to find out where this is coming from, because there are rapidly growing reports of these disturbing racist text messages to black youth here in Georgia, but also across the country. And this is something we looked into a little earlier today, and our Patrick Quinn was out there talking with people who received these text messages, and here's some of what he found.
I'm Patrick Quinn in Midtown. I've talked with several people who received these racist text messages. They tell me that they're alarming for 2 primary reasons. One is the timing right after the election, and 2 is the racist content of these texts. I'm going to read you a portion of one of them. These text messages were sent to black people across the Southeast. This one reads, quote, "Greetings. You have been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plantation. Be ready at 5 a.m. November 25th sharp." It goes on to say, "Our executive slaves will come get you in a white van. Be prepared to be searched, so don't try anything." I talked with the dad whose 16-year-old son in McDonough got that text the day after the election. Same was true for 27-year-old Devereaux Adams in Smyrna, who said this racism he feels was fueled by the re-election of Donald Trump. The FBI is investigating these text messages, and the source of them, reports, are now in 17 different states, in addition to Washington, D.C.
And that report from our Patrick Quinn, so obviously very concerning what's been showing up. And like I said, the FBI is looking into this, and we've been talking with Atlanta police as well, trying to get some updated information on this. In fact, this will be one of the top stories we're following tonight on Atlanta News First at 10, and then at 11, we'll be updating the story throughout the evening. Again, this started showing up on Wednesday, and so a lot of people questions about what the source is behind this and what's prompting all this, and we'll be hearing from more people impacted. I was talking earlier about the weather that we've been experiencing the last few days. It was cloudy, had a little bit of rain, but now warming up, and I'm going to bring in meteorologist Fred Campagna. Fred, it's good to see you. I haven't seen you all day, and it's important to say this because this is Fred's. How do I get you up on? How do I get you on?
You kind of need to frame up that thing.
I got
so
you.
you're going to make me look tiny. Let me stand up.
No, you look tall now.
All right, but is my mic on? Mic's on. All good.
Oh, there we
What's
are.
up?
There's Fred. Well, and I don't know if are we allowed to talk about this? Are we allowed to talk about this?
You can talk about it if you want. Sure. go ahead.
Easy for you. It's your last day.
It is my last day.
All good things though. This
Yeah,
is all
my
good.
last day in
This
the
isn't a
biz.
problem.
No, not a problem
This isn't
at
a
all.
bad thing at all.
No.
Which is really We're sorry to see you go. I'm sorry to see you go. And some of you don't know that Fred and I worked briefly together in Boston.
Yeah.
And so when I came down here for my auditions and interviews, it was nice to have a friendly face. And
Yeah.
you're just a good egg to work with, so we're going to miss you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Do you want to share what you're going to be doing? Or is that
Yeah. No, I'm going to be the director of forensic meteorology, which is just a different endeavor for a company called Hague, a Salis O'Brien company, and it's something that I've been doing for a little bit, for about the last 10 or 12 years, in addition to my broadcast work, and it's something that I enjoy. I just think it's been 26 years in the broadcast business, and this seemed like a good time for me.
Just time.
Yeah, to go from doing this full time and that on the side to doing that full time. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to miss it tremendously here, though, at Atlanta News First. It's been a very quick year, Blair. I just noticed your 1 year was this week. So
It was this week.
yeah, I know that went by
It's weird.
really quick. And for me personally, it's been 5. It's been 5 years. As a lot of people know, I'm not from Atlanta. I came from the Northeast, from New England, and I wasn't really sure how I'd be accepted here, or at least welcomed.
That's what we all say. I was the same way. I was like,
I
what's it
know.
going to be like? And then
What's
you
it gonna
fall
be
in
like?
love with it.
It's been, yeah, that did not take long at all. We absolutely love it here. So we'll still be here locally and in the Atlanta area, and it's just been great to forecast for Atlanta. It's been great to work here at Atlanta News First, and I'm certainly going to miss everybody here.
It's just fun to work with you, and it's fun to work with people who have passion and who care about their craft and who are good at their craft. It's really
So what
that's
Blair's
really fun.
what Blair's referring to there is all the comments that I make during commercials.
We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we do.
And especially since
yeah.
we've known you were going to be leaving. It's been Fred
Unfiltered?
unplugged.
Yeah, a little bit, right? Yeah. Maybe
Anyway,
slightly. All
congrats
right.
to you. You're
Thank you.
awesome, and we're gonna miss it. We'll just have to set up a camera in your house, and we can just chime in at 8 o'clock and do the plus with you.
That's right. I'll just zoom in
I'll
occasionally.
fix this over here for you.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about what's going on weather-wise. Let's see what we got. All right. Let me hop over here, out of there. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday evening to all of you. I hope you've had a great week so far. I've had a pretty good one, and the weather today was awesome out there this afternoon, as it did reach 80 degrees, 3 degrees shy of what's the record high temperature for the date. So it's been such a mild start to this month of November, now getting close to 10 days in, a full week into the month, and the lowest temperature we've seen all month has been 59 degrees at Hartsfield-Jackson. So one thing we can say is that we're definitely saving some money on keeping our houses warm so far this month. So that's been good. This weekend it will turn a little bit cooler, but not really cold for this time of the year. So let me see if I can bring up the weather maps here and show you what tomorrow looks like. Now notice a lack of sunshine in there for tomorrow. It is going to be a cloudy or mostly cloudy day. A little bit of a breeze out there. Temperatures in the 60s most of the day, briefly up to around 70. It'll be a little bit cooler as you go north and east of Atlanta. About a 20% chance of a stray shower, a little patchy drizzle or mist as we go through the day tomorrow. Let's take a look at the weather maps here. You can see those clouds really coming in. Notice how it's a little damp early Saturday. You see those light shades of green on there. Again, indicative of some light rain showers or some mist or drizzle. Could even be some patchy fog in a few spots. 2 o'clock Saturday, still plenty of clouds. And into Saturday evening, same story. Sunday looks like another relatively cloudy day with a few more showers possible on Sunday and cooler on Sunday. As we head into Monday and Veterans Day, we'll notice scattered showers on Monday morning coming through. After that, though, we should see skies clear some during the afternoon. Maybe not full sunshine, but a little bit better during the afternoon. Let's talk about Hurricane Raphael, still a Category 2 storm. It's moving west at 9 miles an hour. It doesn't look like it's moving too quickly there. And it is dealing with a lot of wind shear right now. So this storm is projected to continue moving slowly to the west as well as weakening. And when I show you the track forecast for it, you can see how everything's almost on top of each other. That's because it's going to stall for a little bit through the weekend, spend the weekend in the central Gulf of Mexico. Not a bad place to be for a hurricane. Means it's not going to have a big impact for the U.S., for Mexico, and it's going to slowly drift to the south and weaken as we go into the middle of next week. So we needed to catch a break from these landfalling hurricanes. along the Gulf Coast this tropical season. And it looks like we will be catching that break from Hurricane Raphael, which will be kind of harmless at the end of the day. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Again, not the best weekend for us. Plenty of clouds, couple of stray showers possible both days. A little better chance on Sunday. Temperatures in the 60s. 50s, though, as you go northeast of Atlanta on Sunday. So it'll feel more like November out there on Sunday. But most of next week, once again, on the mild side, several degrees above normal Monday afternoon and Tuesday, and then a couple of degrees above normal for us Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. As far as cool mornings go, you don't see many in there, but by the end of the work week, we could see that temperature getting down into the mid-40s, which will feel chilly, but that is actually normal for this time of the year. All right, so check it out tonight, Peachtree TV at 10 o'clock, and then Atlanta News First at 11. It's been a pleasure. Take it easy.